everybody, it's Buzz. The other day I went and saw the new Demon Slayer movie, Demon Slayer MugenTrain. And, I was thinking about doing like a vlog of me going to see it at the theaters or something, and then I kind of didn't record anything, so I'll have to not do that. But, I got some Demon Slayer merch, and I also, kind of wanted to share my thoughts on the movie just a little bit, so decided to make a nice small video to talk about these things. If you're on my channel for the haul videos, don't worry, there's gonna be another one pretty soon. I'm just waiting for some more stuff to get in. Some stuff got delayed. So for those that don't know, Demon Slayer is a 2020 release Japanese animated dark fantasy period action film based on the shonen manga Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba by Kyoharu Gotoge. The film is the direct sequel to the 2019 series that is directed by Haruo Sadazaki and is produced by UFO Table. So yeah, if you're familiar with Demon Slayer, you probably know all about this movie. But basically this movie is a direct continuation of Demon Slayer Season 1. It picks up literally at the exact same second that the show ends. And you can almost think of this movie as an extended next episode from just the show. So yeah, this movie still has our boy Tanjiro and friends going around, slaying demons, being extremely cool, and if you haven't seen Season 1 of the show and you want to get into this movie because of all the hype, I would highly recommend just watching Season 1 first. This movie doesn't really catch you up at all. It basically is just, like I said, another episode. And so if you're not already aware of like the storyline of Demon Slayer, this movie doesn't give you much. So this is a sequel movie. Don't start Demon Slayer with this movie. You're gonna miss out on a lot of really interesting lore and stuff. So as far as the main cast of this movie, it's the same. We got our Tenjiro Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko back. A nice thing though is there is a new main character, the Flame Hashira Kyojiro Rengoku, has basically been upgraded from a side character to a main character for this movie, so if you're a fan of him, there's a lot to look forward to here. Now, I'm not going to go into too many spoilers or anything, since I want to keep this a pretty spoiler-free review. But to just talk about, I guess, the general storyline without going into it too deeply here. The main characters board a train, which is of course infested with demons, and they have to fight for their lives to save themselves and to save the other passengers. It's a public train. There's 200 people on board, so of course with demons on there, it's gonna be a buffet, and they got a lot of work to do. So there are some new characters in this one. Some of which do appear to be important to the plot. There are some throwaway characters, but looks like this movie does add some new ones, which will be exciting to see how they develop. So for the animation of this movie, the animation's fantastic. It looks great. It's probably as good, if not better, than the actual show, Demon Slayer. There is some scuffed CGI in here, but most of the CGI is good, like better than average for an anime's CGI. And a lot of the 2D animation though is really good. Like I would say, Demon Slayer as good or better than we've already been seeing from Demon Slayer. Take my glasses off so there's not a huge glare in them the whole time. In general, it's an incredibly well-made movie. The backgrounds in this movie are pretty breathtaking. There are some backgrounds in this movie which will genuinely blow you away. Very, very good. And now moving on to the fight choreography in this movie. There are some fights in this movie that are breathtaking. Like, if you liked the fighting in the first Demon Slayer season, You'll love this movie. There's some fights which are just absolutely breathtaking. Incredible choreography. I haven't read the Demon Slayer manga yet, so I can't tell how much of like the camera work was copied from the manga itself, but it is definitely top tier. Now, there was one thing I was a little bit worried about in this movie, and that is it suffering from maybe a bit of like walk plot, is what I call it. But basically, when a movie takes place in a straight line, like one path, or one train on train tracks, one road trip, it can suffer from, oh, we're here, and then we moved, and now we're here because we're on a train, and it's like a very forced, like, stuff happens automatically plot. And this movie doesn't really feel like that at all. Even though they're on a train for, like, most of the movie, I'm pretty sure you would already know that just by watching the trailers, it doesn't really suffer from any sort of plot development issues, which may happen because of how linear that type of storyline is. It flows nicely. Stuff that happens never feels forced. Stuff that happens in this, it feels very natural. So wrapping things up, Best Boy Inosuke done justice. There's some really epic scenes with all the main characters in this movie. Whoever your favorite character is definitely has a time in the limelight. Pretty much no matter which character is your favorite, you're probably going to like what's done with the characters in this movie. And for a final score, I will be giving this movie a perfect 10. Basically, as a sequel movie to an anime, which I consider to be a 10 already, this is better. And I would be lying if I gave it a lower score than a 10. This movie's fantastic, and it's, you know what, it's probably my favorite anime movie I've seen. And I might be honeymooning it a little bit. But right now, I really don't think so. And this movie is basically perfect, and I love it. Please see this movie, it's super good. So before the video ends, I want to show you some of the cool Demon Slayer merch that I picked up recently. So first off, I got this neat Demon Slayer keychain. This is the cover art for the movie. This is going to be on, I believe, the standard edition Blu-ray. And it's kind of a dog tag style keychain. And now I have that same design in a necklace. Very cool. I was gonna wear this to the movie, and then I forgot about it, so I didn't. I'm a little upset about that, but it's small enough people wouldn't really have noticed anyways. It's kind of small. Like if this is if this is all the way around my neck, there's not too much extra here, like at all. It's pretty tight, but it might just be a pretty cheap. It might just be because it was cheap. I like this design. Speaking of the Demon Slayer MugenTrain Blu-rays, I do plan on getting the Blu-ray. I was thinking about getting the one from Japan, but it isn't available for pre-orders because it's sold out right now, so I'm gonna have to wait. But Funimation owns the rights to it, so they might just end up releasing it in America, and they just haven't said anything about it yet. Alright. So here's that jacket I wore in the video. Now, the reason why I bought it is because it has a picture of Inosuke's mask, the pig head. Very cool. I really wanted some merch which involved Inosuke because he's my favorite character. And this one turned out really nicely. The reviews were pretty good for this jacket. I got it on Amazon, so I had to pick it up. And it looks pretty nice. You know, there's some generic patches. It also has these fake sleeves right here. But it's not too thin. I actually wore this outside. It was kind of cold out when I went and saw the movie. And this thing kept me warm. It's actually like a real coat. Like, you could wear this as a coat. And it's not too thin or cheap or anything. What does this even say right here? Is this actually something? I don't know what this is. And then for that mask I wore, this is just a pretty thin latex mask. I got this one on Amazon as well. And you can see it's a pretty thin material, so it was pretty cheap. But honestly, I mean, it works. It kind of works, to be honest. Like, if you get the shape just right, you know, it fills out pretty nicely. Especially if you can get his nose to actually stick out correctly. There we go. So yeah, you actually see through the nose on this thing. When you look through this mask, you look out its nose. You can't actually see out the eyes. And yeah, that is everything. I'm gonna do an actual haul video pretty soon. Like I said before, I'm just waiting for a few more packages to get in, and then I'll be able to show off all the other manga and DVDs and the Blu-rays I've been getting. So yeah, look forward to that on the channel. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.